Alright, brand new game. Kind of. And hopefully the audio is still at reasonable levels. I eyeballed this one. It's always kind of hard to tell. Might be a bit loud. But let me know if I need to turn it down a bit. The Mansion of Hidden Souls. The definite article makes all the difference. It's on the subject of spooky house games. You heard the series simply called D? Maybe. Hi again, Zuccotti. I am having a pretty decent day, now that we've solved the mystery of casting out threes. And now we're on the Sega Saturn, looking at the difference between this Mansion of Hidden Souls and the other Mansion of Hidden Souls. It looks very much the same from the outside, as rendered, pre-rendered in the FMV video, but my gut instinct says it's going to change quite a bit once we get into it. Better or worse name than Mansions of Hidden Souls 1? Maybe. Push start button. Button pressed. Also on the Sega Saturn is about 3 hours long. I didn't know that. I might have to look into it at some point. Basically, I need an excuse to use this thing at some point. This is the first time I've used it since buying the dang thing and playing about 5 minutes of Radiant Silvergun. See, it's the exact same mansion, but look at how much higher fidelity the graphics are. Huh. I wonder if it's actually being rendered on the hardware or not. I don't know. All right, we got back into what was the music room, and now is something else.
Welcome, John. What are you doing over there? Come here.
Okay.
Jim, how long is it since you last came here? Well, since turning my back on human society and changing my form to that of a butterfly. Oh, no. I haven't called you here to talk about the old days. It appears that Mike has come too.
June, you're here too. Can I help you, Elder?
Who the hell is Jim?
I have called both of you here for a reason. I'm rather concerned about something. Have you seen the moon tonight?
Didn't you see it? It's very red and scary.
It's red and scary?
I have a sinister premonition. Can you two investigate whether anything strange is happening in the mansion?
This game lacks some of the gravitas of the previous
started, June.
previous game.
June, Mike, I'm putting my trust in you.
All right, cool. Start does nothing. But yeah, I do appreciate the much higher frame rate. Do I use other buttons? Or is my only verb still hump? Yeah, looking at this and how sort of the aliasing is looking, I think it is being rendered on the Saturn. It's the kind of thing that if I was playing in an emulator, it'd be easier to tell. Oh.
I hope it's only my imagination.
Well, for starters, this has changed. These doors are no longer made of chocolate. They used to be made of chocolate, and they were delicious. Can I go in this door? Yep. It's a very different interior mansion.
Hello. Have you come to listen to my tales of adventure?
No.
It's not like that. Actually, I've been asked by Elder to investigate the Red Moon.
If that's the case, you'd better go to Joss's place and have your fortune told. I don't think she likes me personally. I will try to find out something. I do hope I can be of some help.
So the one thing I will say is that this does give me hope they might have actually kept the old CG around. But yeah, I have to say, so far this game is markedly worse for the talking heads. I swear I've seen this picture somewhere else. Like it came with Windows or something. Yeah, the blatantly looping heads are just weird. I cannot believe someone looked at this and said, yeah, that looks good. We like that aesthetic. Like, I don't want to bag on this game too badly, but still. And yes, there is the advantage of it having a frame rate greater than 0. Like, when you're talking about frames, when you're talking about seconds per frame rather than frames per second, there is a little bit of a problem, but still. On the bright side, every time I press a button, it does something. So I can't complain too much. Let's see what happens if I go through here. Same trick? Yep. There is a door here that wasn't here before. Alright. See what talking head gets me here. Oh, wait. Diary? Okay, maybe I need to look at the manual, because clearly this looks like something I should be able to interact with. Or maybe this one? Sure, 1. I have no idea how saving works on this flashcard thing. If they just move their mouse a little bit? Yeah, you're probably right. Also, the real-world pictures are a bit weird. The portraiture previously was fine. But seeing all these landscapes, I don't think I like them as much. But dear lord, it is so much easier to move between places when I know pushing a button will work. I do like the whatever you... I like the zooming thing. That's a lot of fun, at least.
But it doesn't look like Kathy's here.
Who's Kathy? Is Kathy a small child? This has had a massive rework. No, I'm interested in the friggin' soldier. Alright, fine, we'll go that way. Oh, a butterfly.
Hey, Kathy!
Will you play with me?
Is she a butterfly or a floating head?
Don't be nasty.
I didn't respond in any way, shape, or form. It's supposed to be a horror game? I think it might be.
June, you could have played with her.
What? You didn't give me a choice! There was no quick time event. Quite literally, she says, okay, play with me. Game pauses. Crying. I think the first game at least has some tense bits. And at least because it's kind of a darker environment, you could make an argument for at least it being sort of in the genre of horror. This one so far is just weird. Maybe uncomfortable might be a better phrasing. Hey, it is the same painting. At least I like that. There's haters sad face so much? Oh, me too. Let's assume this works the same, and nothing has changed up here. Nope.
O sacred envoy who gives out light, visit together with thy curse.
Okay.
The full moon invites the curse. The one upon whom this spell is cast will turn into a butterfly. What are you doing standing there like idiots?
Interesting.
June, let's ask about the red moon. Maybe Jossie knows something.
How you doing, Desi? Good game? Yeah, I had fun playing the previous one just up till right now. I figured we'd try the Saturn one out since it took me so long to get the Saturn up and working. I have to say, I think I liked the Sega CD version better so far, even with its obscure 3
What can
puzzle.
I do for you?
The looping CG heads do not do it for me.
You came here for no reason? What a day this has been. First Raymond, and now you. I'm busy.
So far, the one thing I'm confused
Don't
about...
say Jossie's gone. She might have been able to tell us something.
is whether or not the talking heads are butterflies. Because at least one of the talking heads has been a butterfly. Is this changed? I can't zoom in on it. Is this changed? I can't zoom in on it. The poker game is gone. I keep going back and forth. I think sometimes, like when you're standing around, it might be static, but when you're moving, it's FMV. I really can't tell. Weirding me out. Heads definitely take away from the atmosphere of disembodied voices. I mean, I think I honestly like the butterflies better. They worked better. Here's another new door. Let's try this one. It's locked. We found a puzzle of sorts. But I keep dithering. Is this all pre-rendered or not? I guess some of the errors look like they're pre-rendered. It's really hard to tell. Not to mention that the Saturn has much better video hardware.
Where's that Sean got to?
Can I get the book? There are fewer things to look at in this game. Much fewer. Wait, what? Didn't... Oh no, that was locked. Okay. I was briefly confused over something very stupid. Alright. So far I've accomplished nothing.
Oh, a customer. We're rather busy right now. Could you come back later?
What?
Sorry.
That guy always wants something in return. He's always been like that.
Is he a clown or is he drunk? Either way, he's nose painting. Okay. Yeah, due to how I rigged up the prior one, because I was playing on hardware, anytime I pressed a button, there was only a small percentage chance that I would actually be able to move in that direction. Turns out that really, if you're going to play Mansion Hidden Souls, you should emulate it. Don't burn it to a CD and play it on your friend's CDX. I bought a real copy, but it did not work, unfortunately. I think maybe the sticker that the dudes put on it makes it a little unbalanced for the CDX. Is this a shooting gallery?
Jew, mind you don't get shot.
This is a shooting gallery. Well, you think if your first goal is not getting shot, you wouldn't walk into the shooting gallery. I feel like that's an important detail. Is this a saloon?
What do you want?
Hi there, Danny. How's everything?
Okay. It's not very often we see you round here. Has something happened? Why are you here?
The room's red tonight. Don't you find it strange?
So that's why you've suddenly turned into a coward. I have a hunch that tonight is not going to be a normal one. Something's definitely going to happen. Or let it happen. It's a good way of getting over the boredom. Just leave it to me. I'll use guns and dynamite if I have to.
He's already gone. But crazy as ever.
I don't understand what's going on, and part of that might be due to having played the prior game. Clearly, this is a person capable of using guns and dynamite, and therefore must not be a butterfly, because butterflies can't use guns and dynamite. Guess that's a gun? Can I pick it up? I might have to look up the manual to make sure I understand the controls, because, like, I haven't accomplished anything yet. Other than basically pissing people off. Can I jump over the railing, like in the old one? Nope. I have to say, so far, I think the old one is a better game. So far. Could change my mind later. But so far, I think the old one is a better game, because I legitimately... But I've been introduced to like 8 people, none of whom I actually like. The heads have no charms. Enough butterflies could operate a rifle? You have a point. You have a valid point, unfortunately. Like, there's so few interaction points, too. It's so odd. Like, at least the last game would let me look at the wine, even if it wasn't relevant. Which, I don't know if I like that. It reduces surface area, but still. The rooms are so bright. Oh, they are. I appreciate the one bright room in the first one, the lurid princess tea room with the cake and crystal. But I guess this room is suitably brown. But yeah, like, there's two directions to face here. I can't look at any of this stuff. Barbie's Tea Party was a good room. Yeah, Barbie's Tea Party was a good room. I spent a lot of time looking at the cake and being irritated until I finally got clue-batted into going and getting the crystal. That game is not easy. Many of the answers to what you're supposed to do are very obscure. Like, the threes thing I'm still dubious about. The most threes. If it had just always been divisibility by 3, I think I would have liked it a lot more. But that's not how it worked.
Can I do anything? If you don't have any business, get out.
I don't understand. Is there a button I need to press? Do I need to have a specific item in mind? And of course, you still can't go out this door, because of course you can't go out that door. Can I look at the painting? No, it takes me to the door. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I'm not convinced I actually want to finish this so far. Especially since, you know, the cheek portrait doesn't work. Trying to think of, like, if I want to keep streaming, what Saturn game would I play? I have no idea. It's not actually within foot resetting range, unfortunately, due to how the cables had to work out.
Sean? Why is he never around?
My prep for the third game? I looked into that. I don't know how 2-disc games would work. I need to go and read the manual for this thing to learn whether or not I can do 2-disc games. Because I have no friggin' clue. Found a solution to that maze had nothing to do with threes, but required some guesswork. Basically, if you failed one of the 3 doors, you knew which of the other 2 it was. Interesting. Emulator? No, it's a flash cart for a Sega Saturn. I have a legit Sega Saturn sitting behind the mic on the floor, but it has a CD-ROM emulator in it. A CD-ROM replacement. So it's got an SSD in it, and I just load up all of the ISOs and go. So this has almost all the Saturn ISOs I ever could want. It mostly works. I think if the titles are purely in Japanese, I can't read them, which is a bit of a problem, but hasn't come up yet. Given this is only the second time I've used it. Probably why. I might have to look up the controls just to make sure I'm not doing something really dumb here. It's like, I feel like whenever they want me to respond to them, I feel like I should push a button. Let's see if I can find a manual. Hidden Souls Saturn manual. It's like, I don't actually want... Oh, this is a scan of the manual. Surprisingly long. Epilepsy warning, that's always a good sign. How to set up your Sega Saturn system. You insert the disc, then you play it. You've been here before. The moon is blood red. That's... Okay, yep. Moves you through the mansion. Cycles the object you're carrying. Press left or right. When? Record searches in the diary. Uses object carrying. Answers yes to questions. Oh! Declines to answer questions in hard mode only? This just raises further questions. Alright, well, let's say we'll go play with little girl then, because now I know that there's an option. So when someone asks me something, I should say yes or no. All right, we can do this. Maybe she'll want to play this time. Let's get the butterfly there.
Hey, Kathy!
Will you play with me?
What would you like to play?
There we go, we did something.
Okay then, I'll tell you a story. Please listen. Once upon a time, there was a strange, enchanting place. Clouds always filled the sky, so it was very dark. Everybody stayed very still. But when the clouds went away and the moon appeared, that's when the festival began. Then everybody went out hunting to get food for a big party. And guess what they ate for the big feast?
Ah.
Ah!
So we're butter.
Mike, you're scared, aren't you? I wasn't frightened when I heard this story.
We're not frightened. Are we, June? Hey, look! We're strong, aren't we?
Right. How about another story?
No, not anymore. We grown-ups have important business to attend to.
You're a friggin' butterfly, man.
Boring.
I feel like everything I do in this game just raises further questions. You got jump scared. Read the manual. Usually ROMs will be titled accordingly. When you need to switch discs, you pull the manual, swap ROMs, but you could be different. Yeah, I just did need to pull up the manual and read it, because I haven't looked into how this thing works since I bought it. And spent an inordinate amount of time getting all of the ISOs rigged up. So I have all of them, more or less. There's probably like some translations I'd like, but that's the only thing. But so now I can go get my fortune read at least. But yeah, I'm surprised there's not like an actual dialogue system. It's just push A if you want to say yes at the right time, which is a bit odd. Like, I feel like we figured this out a while ago. Just put the options on screen. Now, the question I have here, because it jumped back to the two of us, are we still butterflies or floating heads, or is this just a weird representation thing? About another story, Murray? Maybe. No, I've played that one.
Can I do anything?
There's a red moon. I wonder if something evil's going to happen.
Is the moon red tonight? Let's ask the cards. Oh,
The moon!
the moon card has been dealt.
What does the card mean?
The moon card signifies treachery or a hidden enemy. But it's very strange.
Strange?
The moon card is always paired up with the sun. In other words, they are always related to one another as darkness and light. Their existences are essential to one another. But the moon has begun to move off on its own, and that's very mysterious indeed.
What's going to happen now?
Well, all I do is deal the card and listen to its voice. Why don't you go and find out for yourselves? I don't mind giving you this card if you like.
Ooh, I have an item now.
Don't you want it, June? Then I'll take it. Thank you, Jossie.
The magician.
Magician? Just like Jossie, eh?
Please take very good care of it.
Sun would keep burning if there was no moon. I'm certain there. You're right. All butterflies, but they're represented by their human heads. Yeah, really not a good design decision. Alright, it says that X will display the object I'm carrying. But that's not happening. X, Z, or Y, Z, and L and R do nothing. Returns to the game from the objects list. I don't have an objects list. How do I get to the object list? Uses object. Alright. Well, gonna keep moving on that front. I've been read, even though the teller only Red, maybe 2 cards. Better question, how is she shuffling the deck? She's a friggin' butterfly. Like, there's so many questions here, none of which are helpful. At least in the other game, the people were not useful because they were butterflies, and that was quite clear. Here, I'm not so sure. I appreciate the improved frame rate. Right, he's not here. Still don't think I've accomplished anything yet, aside from getting jump scared and acquiring some cards that I don't even have. I think we gave it to the other dude. Let's call him Mike. Short-range telekinetic magic like Goombas. Goombas can do that? Wasn't aware of that fact.
Sean? Why is he never around?
But yeah, lacking hands, I suppose, would be...
He's a coward. He must be hiding somewhere. He may come out if we threaten him.
Are you serious?
What was that? Frightened. Frightened.
You. So you were hiding. Anyway, what was that noise? Well, where did it come from? It sounded like my room. June, let's go.
You know, I'm coming around to your way of thinking, Evil Ghost. Like, how else would this work? That butterfly clearly opened a closed door and then closed it. Therefore... So we go to our room? What room do we even live in? I'm not sure why I did that. Or what caused us to do that. Oh.
Who could have done such a terrible thing?
A much bigger butterfly than I. I mean, presumably they can operate rifles.
Oh no. The book's gone. June, can you see if the book with the blue cover has fallen on the floor?
Is he calling me June or Jim? I thought my name was Jim. Wait, let me scroll up. Is my name Jim? No, it doesn't tell me my name's Jim. Also, it spoils the jump scare in the manual. Huh. Wait. Fuck.
It's not mine.
So I finally found an item. Lighter! That's a little extreme. Every time I press A, I'm going to be trying to set someone on fire now. Not ideal, but not surprising either. Alright, well, cool.
Can't find it anywhere. It must have been stolen.
So a book has
I
been...
borrowed that book from Elder. It's awful. Anyway, I'd better go and tell him.
Alright, well, that gives us a hook to what to do next, I guess. I presume it wouldn't have let me leave the room until I'd found the lighter, because otherwise I hadn't searched for the blue book well enough. What's going on exactly? You can barely hear the dialogue, and the only thing you know is that there's some blood moon. Oh, I thought I adjusted this correctly. Is the dialogue too low? Like, I thought it was going to be too loud, but... hard to tell. Let me hear this through the stream. Because Jim will be here.
Elder, where are you?
What's happened? What has got you
Yeah, that's
so
audible.
worked up?
Elder, it's terrible. I've just discovered that my room's been ransacked and someone stole the book I borrowed from you.
I see. So that's what happened. If it's about the book, don't worry. It was just something I'd written about my past. But it's strange.
The blinking is getting to
I
me.
can't imagine that the residents would have done that.
I don't think so. A lighter was dropped in the room. Whoever owns the lighter is the culprit.
We should not suspect people so easily. But who can have done such a thing, and for what reason? I'm going to investigate too.
Alright. What's going on exactly? Blood Moon going on. Seems like you're just sticking around with your butter. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What other game has surprisingly blinking mechanics? Final Fantasy VII is my base guess, but I don't think I'm right. It's like Foxadoo, and everyone who talks to you just repeatedly blinks. It's yes, okay, I nailed it.
Doesn't believe what I said, but I still think one of the residents is the culprit. Don't you think so, June?
My name June?
Right.
I thought it was Jim.
Let's catch the culprit.
I'm not Jonathan anymore, obviously, because I'm a butterfly. Like, I feel like the solution in this is just to keep going into people's rooms until they tell me to fuck off.
Oh, how unusual. You've both come to visit me at the same time.
We came here a short time ago, didn't we?
Some time ago? You must be joking. Well, it is possible.
Well, my room was ransacked and a book was stolen. We're looking for the culprit.
What a dreadful thing to happen. Oh dear. Am I one of the suspects?
What on earth are you talking about, June? It can't be Raymond.
Well, it might be true. Maybe I am the culprit.
What do you mean, maybe? That sounds a bit strange.
I'm not confident about what I say and do. Sometimes my memory goes blank, as if I'd been asleep. And sometimes I come over feeling drowsy without any real reason for it. I often imagine I'm doing something somewhere that I don't know about. There's such a thing as dual personality, isn't there? That means you have another person living inside you. That may be what's happened to me.
That's
Can you believe such a story?
an interesting self-diagnosis.
It's not like Raymond. Maybe he's very tired.
It may be so, but I simply yearn for the good old days. Days of adventure filled with danger. A life that is led alongside death. When I started feeling old, the reward of my final adventure was this mansion. But perhaps I shouldn't have come here. I can't bear to lose my zest for life.
Raymond? I hope he's not thinking morbid thoughts.
If only I could return to those days once again.
Raymond?
I'm sorry, but would you please leave me alone?
I understand. We'd better call again.
This is a very oddly British game now. Better call again. Do people... I think it's something only British people say, right? Yeah, I took a look at the blinking in Foxadoo. That is absurd. Very much a, like, stop blinking for a second if you aren't being held captive kind of thing. And yeah, in Final Fantasy VII, the blinking is occasional, but definitely appreciated. Guess we'll go see the kid. Since we're... Her door is locked. Yep. Lighter. There's not much in my inventory presently. So I have to say, I think in terms of, like, ranking the assorted spooky mansion games... Is this... No, that's not it. Coin! Cool. I have to say, I think probably Gregory Horror Show a little bit further down Mansion of Hidden Souls, and then much further down The Mansion of Hidden Souls. Because this is just weird. And not, like, in an interesting way. It's not spooky. I'm not, like, feeling any existential dread. It just feels weird. Maybe not quite wacky, but definitely not in like a something is clearly wrong here. Everything is somewhat off that you get from some games like Dark Seed. It's just this is just weird kind of game. You never notice the blinking. We're focused on the clues. Probably for the best in that kind of game. Obscure NES games where you have to interpret clues, very short clues. Good luck. But yeah, find a saw.
Where can Jossie have gone to? Just at the very time I need her.
Feels like you're at a party and you awkwardly don't know anyone. You know, that's actually, I think, pretty apt. I think that's much more apt than my description here. Laxadu getting its own Captain N episode. Vaguely remember watching Captain N once, but I think it might have been a fever dream. Because I think that, like, Link had to get arrows to beat up Mother Brain. Which is why I think it might have been a fever dream. Or special arrows to beat up Mother Brain. Right, we already looked at the Bach. We don't need to look at Bach again. Never look Bach. It's at least a small enough place that every time I don't know what to do, I can just search the entire area. Maybe we can find this butterfly.
Go away!
Wait, won't you calm down and listen to me? You heard that noise, didn't you? My room was ransacked.
It's Danny. It must be him. There's no doubt about it.
Did you see it?
I didn't see him, but he's the only one who could have done something like that. Don't you think so, June?
Right. Come to think of it, the D on the lighter might be Danny's initial.
That's right. That's just the sort of thing that brute would do. But don't mention it to him. I don't want to get involved.
Does he have, like, cornrows? I don't understand what his hairstyle is. Alright, back to the nose painting man.
My, you're persistent. I'm busy, I tell you. But it would be different if you wanted to trade something.
Sure. Later?
I'm not at all interested in lighters.
Okay.
You're not wanted here. Get lost.
I don't know what to say about that. First mansion, Hidden Souls had the spooky ambience. This one has the evil accordion. You gotta love evil accordion, at least.
My, you're persistent. I'm busy, I tell you. But it would be different if you wanted to trade something.
Well, let's try trading my coin. It's got the moon on it. That's a good sign.
Let's do business with this.
What arbitrary thing am I trading for?
Ah, fine. What would you like?
I don't know.
I was away. Somebody stole a book from my room.
So, do you suspect me by any chance?
No, I've got a good idea who the culprit is.
So you're a detective now then? Even I could have worked that one out. It's probably Danny. That's the sort of thing he'd do. Leaving a mess. Okay then. I'm busy. See you.
So wait, I gave him a coin for him to confirm my suspicions? Not even suspicions, like, just like... It's not even the right word. How you doing, Weregoose? LS3 Dream Emulator looking different? Yeah. It's a different sort of game. God. I'm gonna get shot at some point during this.
What do you want?
June, take out the lighter.
Ah, that's mine. Where'd you get it?
Found in my room. In exchange for my book. Right, now I want you to own up.
Book? What are you on about?
Don't be daft. Just give me back my book.
Are you saying I stole it? That's ridiculous. June, do you suspect me too? Right, I understand. So, okay, I'll admit it. That's right, I did it. If you want your book back, go next door.
Next door? It's in the room next door?
Cheerio, clever Mr. Detective.
Surprising how easily he admitted it. Right, Jun, next door.
Okay. I want the gun. I am certainly feeling like I'm going to need to get to do some butterfly shooting. Serious mansion butterfly drama. I mean, that should have been the tagline for this game, honestly. I appreciate at least, if nothing else, and I've certainly said it a couple times now, that I can move at a reasonable rate. Kind of... What?
This is supposed to be Nizumi's room.
It's not like liminal spaced or something.
Hi there. Do you like this painting? I painted this. Everyone is individually painting his own mind inside himself. In this room, you can see them all. You should be able to see your own here.
The fuck?
Well, please don't take what I said too seriously. I am only a painter. The painting you have in your mind seems rather ugly. It has suspicious eyes, a sarcastic smile, and is holding a knife which could hurt someone. But that sort of human is not at all welcome in this mansion.
The fuck? What? That was an ending? What? What? I am legitimately confused about what just happened. Yeah, the butterfly looks at the painting and dies. What the hell? Like, at least I was happy to see the painter guy again for, like, a moment until he murdered me somehow. Alright, so what we learned here, I guess, is I shouldn't accuse the D guy, or Danny, of ransacking my room? Or his room? Is the world insane or just me? I don't know, Fries. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have given the coin to him? Like, the forking juncture here, I have no idea where it forked off. Like, did giving him the coin make a difference? Because I didn't get anything out of it. Ah, I understand what I got out of it now. You have to give him the coin if you want to talk to Danny, which is stupid.
My, you're persistent. I'm busy, I tell you. But it would be different if you wanted to trade something.
I might just have to pull up
business with this.
a walkthrough or something to make sure I'm not falling into a dumb pit.
Ah, fine. What would you like?
I'm not entirely sure.
While I was away, somebody stole a book from my room.
So, do you suspect me by any chance? What a wild one. To wreck the room like that. It couldn't be anybody else but Danny, could it? It's got to be Danny. Okay then. I'm busy.
Alright. So that was a communist choice. It was always going to be Danny, even if I said yes or no. So I guess I'm going to say no to Danny when I say I suspect him. And see if that makes the room next door not turn into... That did something different. It did something very different. But later there's an evil butterfly in the group and you just pull your gun out. Maybe. This is still very strange. So, I've lost my one lead now that I've given the coin to the nose painter. And said, I don't think it's Danny. So I don't know if I'm actually in... I'm dead now. I'm not convinced. Oh, that's great. Okay. It's always good when your game FAQ starts with, this is probably the most hated game. This is probably the most hated Saturn game. Almost every review of it gives it low marks and is also true for its Sega CD counterpart. It's just weird. Like, should I have given him the coin? Not convinced I should. His name is Nezumi? Huh. Do note someone got paid to make this. I'm not surprised. Did I fuck this up? Do I still have my coin by any chance? No. I'm actually more confused now. Because it says I should be able to go to Danny's room, and I clearly can't. So I guess there's probably something more to it than this. Oh, right. I forgot to talk to him since I last saved.
Go away.
He have ridiculous hairstyle.
Wait, won't you calm down and listen to me? You heard that noise, didn't you? My room was ransacked.
It's Danny. It must be him. There's no doubt about it.
Did you see it?
I didn't see him, but he's the only one who could have done something like that. Don't you think so, June?
Yes.
Come to think of it.
These are QTE events, but they don't tell you they're QTE events.
His initial. You better be careful.
That's right. That's just the sort of thing that brute would do. But don't mention it to him. I don't want to get involved.
Okay, so now we're back into the state we were in before, where I can actually go and talk to Danny, and I'm going to say I do not suspect him, even though I do. Because I don't want to end up in the art room again and dying. Or perhaps it's yet another communist choice that makes no difference.
What do you want?
June, take out the lighter.
Is quick time alright? Tell him, Involver.
That's mine.
I think that was a
Where'd you get
dude.
it?
Found in my room.
I'm honestly not
In
sure.
exchange for my book. Right, now I want you to own up.
Book? What are you on about?
Don't be daft.
Poor
Just
setting.
give me back my book.
Are you saying I stole it?
Good enough, Desi.
It's ridiculous. June, do you suspect me too?
June, there's no better proof than the lighter.
I thought my
This
name was
guy's
Jim.
lying.
Just shut it.
Oh
I
god.
don't care if you suspect me. I'm not going to ask you to believe me.
Just that face with the eyes full open.
Time. I'm used to it. But I have something to tell you. When we're on the edge of life and death, do you think there's any law of good and evil? How do you imagine I survived among the ruins? islands where starving people are dying every day. There's no other option apart from stealing. If you don't steal, you die. I'd been brought up somewhere else, among other kinds of people. I might have become a better person. If only someone had been my teacher. Maybe it's a waste of time me saying anything. I've only stolen in order to live. I've got my pride. If I'd had your book, I'd have eaten it by now. Mind you, no one needs food in this mansion. In spite of all this, do you still suspect me?
No.
What's more, I can't read.
What?
I'm sorry I suspected you. Anyway, books are not exactly your scene, are they?
Well, it's okay if you understand.
He literally...
Right back where we started. Who can the real culprit be now, then?
He literally said he's illiterate. How could you... Also, everything about that cutscene screamed, I just got my hands on Photoshop and I'm so excited about filters. Because, man, filters are fun. And to be fair, I was once in that seat. Being so excited that I had access to Photoshop and massively overusing filters. But my shit was never published in a video game, just putting that out there. And I'm still not certain if I'm Jude or Jim. The game doesn't seem to know. Alright. So is there art in this room now? No. Okay. I'm gonna go save before something weirder happens. But I will say illiteracy is a pretty good alibi. Just in general. This game is so 1995. Is that when it even came out? Yeah, I guess it does trace. 95 would be about Saturn times. Oh, you know what? When I was setting up the Saturn, there was something I really appreciated about it. So, like, both the Saturn and the PlayStation have this wonderful property of using... There we go. Page 3, I think. Of using a standard 2-prong power adapter. Like, quite literally, it's just a cable that connects, you know, main power to whatever you're using. No big-ass wall wart, just standard cable. If you were to take your Sega Saturn or your Sony PlayStation to your friend's house and forget the friggin' cable, he could just pull it out of his boombox and bam, you're in business. I'm just saying. I miss this kind of thing. As I look over at the Xbox One with its power adapter that's approximately the size of the CDX right here. Oh, is that about PS1? Yeah, I'm actually using my PS1 one for the Saturn. It makes it easy. Okay, nothing here. Sega Genesis. Oh yeah, the Genesis had a huge brick. And the 32X had a huge brick. And the Sega CD had a huge brick. In case you wanted to, you know, have the trifecta and make the Tower of Power. They even made a special power strip for the Sega CD 32X Genesis combo. That is exceedingly expensive. I would get it purely for aesthetics if it wasn't ridiculously expensive. We're talking like $600 for a power strip or something. And you know, you could just get power strips.
Well, you're back again.
Like, I don't know, $10.
There are lots of guests today.
I'm not kidding.
Danny was here until just recently.
What? Danny's been here? How long ago?
Just after you left.
So, he was innocent.
Has something
Here you go.
happened?
Well, you see, my book was stolen, and I suspected the culprit was Danny. So, Danny was here.
You didn't trust Danny? How horrid! Why can't you be friends with him? Are all grown-ups like that? That's right. Mummy and Daddy were always fighting. I hated to see them like that.
Great.
I asked them to be good friends, but it didn't seem to make any difference. Mummy was always drinking and never seemed to think about me.
This is just depressing
But I
now.
put up with it. If I'd said something selfish, Mummy would
Sleep well, Weregoose.
Wouldn't you? Anyway, Daddy left home. Mommy used to cry. Grown-ups are so strange. They are always fighting.
Is she holding a Knuckles doll?
Tell me, why do people hate one another? Why? What is it they fight over? I wanted us to all live together, the three of us, happily ever after.
Oh no, never mind. It's just a generic bear.
Must have been really tough for Kathy, especially when she was so small. Poor little thing.
Thank you. That's better. Now I feel sleepy. Play with me again sometime, please.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is the other game is kind of more of an inventory-based puzzle game, and this is very much like an investigative reporting game, especially with the, like, quick-time event stuff. I really wasn't prepared for her question, and so I panicked and pressed yes when I probably should have said no. But the second no, I think, was the right choice. Yeah, the power strip thing is absolutely ridiculous. I just pulled up an eBay listing, and if I wanted to buy it now, I could get it for $459.99. So, I think the problem here, however, is that the presentation doesn't really work for this. Like Gabriel Knight, you could take those games kind of seriously because of the real-life presentation, and here you have these weird floating heads talking about, you know, parental neglect and being forced to, you know, steal and kill to live, and illiteracy. And it's just kind of hard to take seriously when you're walking around this 3D mansion. I don't mean that even like in a mean way. Just like it's just the it's kind of like if the Muppets tried to educate you on like, I don't know, doing your taxes. It just feels kind of wrong. It's like for 200 easy. Yeah, it's just literally the power strip with the word Sega and a weird spacing. That's it. If not more. Purple butterfly.
What on earth's happened to you?
June, Mike, something terrible has happened. The crystal has been stolen.
Crystal?
If we don't get it back, it's going to be disastrous. Please.
Elder, what's happened? Who's done this? Why? Why does something like this have to happen?
I mean, wasn't he a butterfly beforehand? What? Apparently, if someone's turned into a purple butterfly, the room ceases to exist. Saw one for 1.4K. Can't imagine anyone actually buy one. Not even the Sega equivalent of Fisk. No. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't obscenely overpriced, I would consider it. But it's obscenely overpriced. You know, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure based on another scene, I am a butterfly. At least based on the jump scare scene. I could be wrong. You flip pages by pressing right. Oh, I only have 3 pages. Alright, guess I'll go back over 1 again. Always be striping. But yeah, absolutely ridiculous in terms of pricing. But it's a bit of Sega history. People like that kind of thing. I'm not a big enough Sega head by any account to do that. Guess we go talk to everybody. Like, I do feel like I'm playing Gabriel Knight 1 again. It's like the solution to every problem.
He's not here. I wonder where he's gone. Maybe he's looking for something for us.
The solution in that game almost always boiled down to, oh, go talk to more people. Occasionally it was, you missed a pixel, but almost always the solution to what do I do now is...
Let's not tell Kathy about Elder.
What? Oh, I assume that meant I wouldn't go through the door. So for $13 back in the day, which is reasonable. Maybe buy it for not Sega person price. Yep.
Come and play with me.
Sure.
I'm going to play you a song.
I'm waiting for the jump scare though. I know she's gonna jump scare me. This is pleasant. I get the feeling this is from a different game. Nintendo Mannequin Hand? I am unaware of this concept. Nintendo sent you a hand in a box. I feel you should have led with that, and then gone to the other direction. Is this a reference to another Sega game? Like, this sounds like it belongs in a different kind of game. I don't know, one one's got a beach level. Was that an ending? Everything I do in this game just raises further questions. Will it happen again if I walk over here? Touching is good. Oh, I vaguely remember that now. The aliasing on those curtains. Alright. Oh. Maybe it's an extended version of her theme here. Huh. Okay, well, we've been to everyone downstairs. I guess we'll go see the nose painter and other peoples. Was this even made by the same people? Like, this game has such a very different everything. Like, I kind of feel like someone just handed them the house files and said, hey, go nuts. See, is this room any more ransacked? Nope. Looks...
Hey, June. Have you any idea why Elder came to this mansion? I see. But to have turned out this way... I'm going to find out the truth and carry out the will of Elder, whatever happens.
Okay. Weird. Go talk to more people, because that's what you do, is you just circle around this mansion every single time something happens. You just circle around the map.
Where can Josie have gone to?
Oh, she's still gone?
Just at the very time I need her.
I am unconvinced that we need more tarot readings. They are silly. Weird things request them to send you a hand. Then you could make your own DS videos with the hand. Sounds a bit before the time, bit too early, but bit before YouTube could have really made it a thing.
Let's not say anything to Sean about Elder's death.
Wait, he's dead?
It'll only frighten him.
Wait, he died? Did I misunderstand when he turned to a butterfly? I guess being a purple butterfly kills you?
So what happened? Is it Danny? I told you so.
Oh, shoot.
But
I panicked.
I told you, did you? Oh no, that's terrible.
What?
You gave me your word.
What? No, I didn't.
He'll get his arm back on me. What am I going to do? I'm scared. Scared.
June, there's no need to tell lies. Sean, it was all made up. It was a joke.
Oh, good.
So, you were just teasing me, were you?
I guess.
Do you enjoy making fun of me? Have you ever thought what it's like to be made fun of? I'm always getting picked on by people like you. Do you think you're entitled to look down on people? I was stupid to have trusted you. I can't stand any of you. I hate you.
What? So far I've died of art and Venus Flytrap. What the fuck were the people making this game on? Okay, what happened since the last time I saved? The elders still die? Takes a chomp. Like, this is just weird. For weirdness sake at this point. Like, I panicked and said yes on Danny. I said no thinking that he hadn't asked a negative question. Like, my bad, but still, dude. You don't gotta kill me over it. Also, how could a butterfly raise Venus flytraps?
Look, let's not say anything to Sean about Elder's death.
I just don't think that's gonna work out long term.
Frighten him.
It's like keeping a man-eating tiger in your bed when you know it's a man-eating tiger. It's just not a good plan.
So what happened? Is it Danny?
No.
The culprit wasn't Danny.
What? Then who is it?
Sorry, I think it was just misunderstanding.
My God! So that's what happened. I was really scared, but I'm relieved now.
How optimistic.
All right. Well, we did that. Just keep going around the loop.
Nezumi! Hey! Nezumi? Nezumi, at a time like this.
Oh yeah, I guess I never made that clear. Nezumi is the Japanese...
It's you. Please, help me.
Nezumi, what's up?
He said he wants to go back to being a human. That's why I told him how to do it.
What?
I never imagined he was trying to make the mansion disappear.
Who? Who are you talking about?
Raymond.
Raymond? That's impossible.
Please, believe me.
June, you too.
Take a look at this.
This is Elder's book. So it was you.
As you can see, I guess it was wrong of me to blame Danny, but because Raymond asked me, I just wanted to find out how to get back to being a human again.
The crystal. Only the crystal can neutralize the moon. The light at the core of the crystal will absorb the light from the moon. And when its neutralizing power is strong,
it shines more intensely and over a much wider area. All living creatures that benefit from the moon become powerless before the crystal. After a while, it gives eternal peace. I see. The moon's magic power is nothing compared to this. It can wipe out not only Hunter, but the entire mansion.
Hang on a minute. You want to go back to being a human, don't you? If the mansion disappears, what will become of us?
You're all going to die. In any case, you're already half dead. Shut away inside the walls of the mansion, nothing develops or advances. You might as well disappear along with the mansion.
So, this was your plan right from the start.
All that's left for me to do is to get the crystal and enter the sanctuary.
Is this another...
Raymond, he's planning to get hold of the crystal and then enter the sanctuary. He's going to kill Hunter and make the entire mansion disappear. Somehow, we have to stop him.
So Raymond was behind it all. What on earth is he going on about?
Half of this is my fault. Is there anything I can do?
Yes?
Right. I shall save the crystal. It should be in Elder's room.
Nezumi, Elder has died.
Elder!
Oh, I get it now.
The crystal's been stolen too.
Oh no.
Anyway, if we don't get the crystal back from Raymond, it's going to be disastrous. June, let's go to Raymond's.
Wait. There is a quick way to Raymond's place. In my room, there's a secret passage that even he doesn't know about.
Why?
Take care.
You're so confused. You're not the only one. What room am I in? Oh, no, I was in his room. I shouldn't have exited his room. There's a secret passage in his room? Oh. Because I'm a butterfly. Right.
I wonder where the crystal can be. Anyway, look for Raymond.
Not there. I don't know why we took this shortcut. It was so critical because I could have just walked down this.
Raymond? Done something like this? I can't believe it. It's just that I always respected him so much. He used to tell me about all his adventures. He was a real gentleman. But there has to be some mistake. I can't think otherwise.
Signs have not pointed to you being able to think beforehand. Oh, good! The game didn't freeze! Alright, well, let's do another lap, I guess. Because that's what you do in this game, is you will do laps around this friggin' mansion, opening every door you can, and hoping something interesting happens. Alright, so saved over 1, this time over 2. Always be striping. And C, A. It doesn't matter. One of them worked. So far, here's my understanding of what's going on. There's a lot of people who are butterflies, though they're actually disembodied heads in this mansion. An awful lot of them like being butterflies and or disembodied heads because they don't have to deal with the real world. Fair point. The Elder, who was like the leader of this group, is dead because he turned into a...
Let's not tell Kathy about Elder.
Purple butterfly. Somebody, whose name I've already forgotten, is trying to leave the mansion.
Hey, come and play with me.
All right.
Come and play with me.
Because I didn't actually do this.
I'm going to play you a song.
Is trying to get the crystal that'll let him leave the mansion and become a human again because he was tired of not being human. Because he used to be like Jacques Cousteau in a prior life, I guess. I think I've covered pretty much all of it. I think. Can we... You cannot cancel out of this early. Mistakes may have been made. It's pleasant. It's not, like, useful, but it's pleasant. Not gonna lie, if someone ported this as SMW, I'd probably be pretty happy with it. Like an absolute banger of a beach soundtrack. Track. All right, now that we're done with that, why? I still don't know. Anyway, that's a thing that happened. We just came out of here, so I don't think anything different is going to happen. We go back in, but we'll try it really quick. Though my guess is that in the event that I came into here without taking the shortcut, it would have been locked. Oh. Why am I walking up and down the stairs like a chump? It's a good thing because I was about to go back upstairs. Alright, let's do the lap properly. Has mini-making skills? Indeed. Yeah, I still wonder if it's a reference to a different game. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if that's part of a different Saturn soundtrack. But it's one of those, I don't know.
Where can Jossie have gone to?
Jossie's gone again.
Just at the very time I need her.
Okay, so she's not useful. Go see the ransacked room. Still silly that they left that weird door issue in there.
Hey, June. Have you any idea why Elder came to this mansion? I see. But to have turned out this way... I'm going to find out the truth and carry out the will of Elder, whatever happens.
I gotta wonder if that was a choice that mattered. Because thus far we found several choices that matter in terms of not getting myself murdered. But none of them have been very interesting. Okay, so the only thing that'll happen on this lap is in the event that... Alright, nothing in here. Like, the only thing I've accomplished in saving is listening to the little girl's MIDI. I probably should have saved afterwards. Is Nezumi still in here? I was going to point out Nezumi is the Japanese word for mouse or mice. And he does kind of look like a rat. Like, initially I thought he was like a clown or a drunk. But no, I think with the buck teeth, they're going for a rat thing. And I don't really know why. Alright, Danny's back out, open for business.
Has something been stolen again?
Well, Elder's crystal's been stolen.
What? I suppose I'm the culprit again, am I?
No. It may be hard to believe, but Raymond is the culprit. And after murdering Elder, he's on his way to the sanctuary.
Raymond?
It was wrong of me to suspect you.
Aw.
I'm sorry.
Apart from that, why should anybody murder Elder? Has Raymond gone completely insane?
Raymond's going to destroy the mansion. We have to stop him quickly. But what can we do?
If that's the case, let's put him inside the gemstone of rebirth.
Right. Like when we were transformed from human beings to butterflies.
Until his body has been transformed.
It cut us off from the human world outside and smothered us.
Right. The gemstone of rebirth. That's a kind of umbilical cord for us. So Raymond must have looked after it well. Let's go and find it. And if we try and put him inside it, he won't be able to do anything. He'll be trapped like a baby in his mother's womb. Right. I'll look as well. I shall avenge Elder.
Okay.
I hope Danny's okay. I hope he doesn't do anything reckless.
Oh, you don't think Danny, the guy who said we're going to take down the moon with dynamite and guns, is going to do something reckless? No, this is the room of a man who is very measured in all ways and forms. Still want the gun. I don't know if I'm ever going to get the gun, but I still want it. Alright, well, that was forward progress. So let's go save and then do another round, I guess. Perfect response, Tessie. Yeah, Elder is dead and not coming back. I don't think there's a whole lot of point in checking this room again, but I'm still gonna do it. Yeah, yeah. Just the way this has progressed is so odd to me. Oh, he's gonna do something. We better trap him in a crystal. Kind of like I feel like I'm reading, like, Mansion of Hidden Souls fan fiction. Despite being butterflies, you walk up and down the stairs like a human being. You know what? I can't even begin to argue about that. That is exactly what's happening. Exactly what's happening, even though it makes no effing sense. This means I can play Virtua Fighter? Theoretically, yes, I could play Virtua Fighter. You are not wrong. Like, I have all, except for like a few more modern translations of Saturn games on here. Like, I went and copied everything that I could find. Ooh, apples. It's a new view we hadn't seen before. Alright, to the next room. See if there's anything different. What?
June, have you found it? Right. We can protect the mansion with this, the gemstone of rebirth.
Alright.
And we can stop Raymond too.
Okay. Intended to be human at first, they changed that detail later in development. Feels like they didn't feel like making a whole new going up and down the stairs animation. You're probably not wrong. So I'll save since that's progress. Yeah, I get the feeling that, like, they didn't know what they were planning when they started this, maybe? Like, they gave people some assets and said, hey, go nuts. I'm not saying it, like, to be rude, but I get the feeling like you could hand this sorts of thing to other people and they could spend a couple weekends making a marginally better game. I don't really want to be mean, but, like, what we're seeing here is definitely weird and not in the good way. Alright, so I have the crystal now. What do I want to do with the crystal? So I'll go see Danny with the crystal? Maybe let's do another sweep at the top floor. Doesn't seem to hurt. So far, my plan of continue to sweep the entire place every single time I accomplish something has gone pretty well. Where could she be? Oh, it doesn't even say that anymore. He fully expects her to be gone. Maybe she's also dead. Go to the ransacked room. Nope. I mean, I guess my assumption right now is anytime I scroll in on something and it zooms in, it'll probably have a purpose at some point. So it's best to check all of those, as I've already had a point. It's crying again.
Sean, what's the matter?
I've heard from Danny. We're all going to be killed by Raymond, aren't we?
Yeah, probably. No.
Calm down, Sean. Look, it's okay. We're going to stop Raymond. Honestly, there's nothing to worry about. But the time may well come when we'll need your help. So don't worry. Help us.
Huh? Oh no! No! I don't want to do it. It's impossible.
Of course we can. This is the mansion which makes all your dreams come true. Anything is possible if you wish for it.
It makes all your dreams come true and you live like this.
If large and the mansion is ruined, we're all going to die. So if we want to stop him, we're going to have to fight.
Can I do it? I wonder. Yes, I understand. I'm a bit scared though. This is the watch I was given by the painter who used to live in the mansion a long time ago.
Oh.
I used to like him very much.
It's a callback to the first game.
He didn't look down on me. He never bullied me. He was kind.
It's also
Mike, take it with you.
a badly scanned picture. Like a really badly scanned picture. Like, oh, there we go.
Thank you, Sean.
So wait, we can... No, it still looks like shit now. It looks like less shit, but it still kind of looks like shit. Imagine there's still butterflies instead of heads. How much better this thing can be? Absolutely. Absolutely. one of those bad point-and-click adventure games where instead of finding a new clue and helping you lead to into an area, you get stuck on something along those lines and you're just expected to search around the map. Doing everything and hoping that it advances the game. Yep. Bunch of invisible flags. Good luck. Oh, I want to go to Nezumi's room. Like, I also don't really like any of these characters. Except maybe Danny. And the little girl's okay, but she's just, you know, a little girl. Like... Okay, little girl, it's fine. But, like, I don't really like Nezumi. Like, I get the cliche. There was the fortune teller lady who I've already forgotten, pretty much. Danny's alright. Yeah, gun guy seems nice. That's basically it. Like, definitely in that sort of, like, heart of, like, gangster with a heart of gold kind of thing. He at least seems to be on the same page as us. Except the time he got us killed by painting. But, like, other than Danny, and I guess the dude who's been tagging along with me this whole time, I'm not really invested in any of these characters. I guess I like the Elder, but he's dead now. Alright, so I have a watch that will protect me. Which I think just means I'm now on the clock. Which is always a bad sign. Like, is the watch... It looks like midnight's coming, but I don't know if it's changing or not. So once again... And then we'll go around the room again, because I don't know what else to do. Big save over 3. 2, 3. Okay. So, they never let you look around that closet. Even though you know it's a non-Euclidean closet. The music different?
Kathy, what's up?
Oh no.
June, it's the same thing that happened to Elder. Kathy's so tiny, she's got no resistance. What are we gonna do?
Oh, please help me. It hurts.
Yeah, I guess put her in the stone and hope.
You'll be okay. Do your best. Keep thinking of something you like, something that's important to you. Repeat over and over again, I'm going to live. I'm going to live. Strongly and clearly. We grown-ups are going to help you. Kathy's going to keep going, aren't you, Kathy? Okay, June, let's get a move on.
Did I put her in the stone? Do I still have the stone? Okay. Weird. Apples? Maybe tomatoes. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Aside from being able to go to Nezumi's room really quickly, I don't see a lot of value here. Let's do another lap. Something will probably happen. I'll find someone to talk to who's like, oh yes, that's terrible what happened to the girl.
Welcome.
Oh.
What is it this time?
Jossie, Elder has been killed.
Is that so? Such a thing can happen in a place like this, far away from the mundane world. I was happy with my peaceful life here, and now it's all changing. Even if you change your shape into that of a butterfly, you're still basically a human being. Slave to desire, seeking excitement, unable to part from mundane things. Wait a minute. I can hear Elder's voice.
Huh?
Jossie?
Elder is calling both of you.
Collect.
See, Elder is no more.
It's all right. Just go quickly.
Where? Alright, well, continuing on my plan. As if people don't die in the mundane world. You're not wrong. Somehow the writing in the other game was better, in part because almost none of the characters really existed. They were small cliches of themselves. At distance, actually, I think worked a bit better. Nope. Also, if this mansion grants all your wishes, why the hell would you live like that? This game asks some interesting questions. Haven't seen Nemzumi around in a while. That's disconcerting. Took Danny's room again. The characters in the other ones didn't matter. Exactly. It made for a better game somehow. Because you didn't have to care about them. On gun! Still want my gun. There is flavor. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Only character that mattered was your sister, that's it. I mean, I think that the evil guy had a monologue that we didn't pay that much attention to. That was mildly important, but we didn't pay attention to it, so we just kind of left. Something worked like the collector. Didn't matter, you barge into their house, wander around, get annoyed, and they lie to you. They get annoyed and lie to you. Everything you do in that game is unrelated to the characters. Yeah, Hunter's monologue is incomprehensible. It is. It absolutely is. Like I said, I mean, when I say we didn't pay attention, I meant like the character doesn't pay attention either. It probably was important.
June, Mike, welcome. My final mission is to lead you to the sanctuary. But it is beyond my control and has been closed off by the moon's magic powers. The room that lost its master is now the pathway leading to the sanctuary. All we need is the crystal, which can repel the moon's magic powers.
But, Elder, we don't have the crystal.
The crystal is not something unique. A good heart, a strong mind, and a pure soul. These all have the same power as the crystal. That's right. You can create the crystal within your own heart.
Okay. The power was within you all along. Like, at first I was annoyed that it was a dark screen, and then I was annoyed that it was a rotating texture. Like, I know he's dead and all, but couldn't you have, like, done something? Like, dead people having floating heads tends to be pretty decent. I could just feel the budget leaving the game at that moment. And also, you know, you actually find the crystal. The crystal's within you all along. Also, I want to guide you to this place, but I'm not going to tell you how to get there. Oh, shit. Well, I'm glad I saved.
Do you like this painting? I painted this. Everyone is individually painting his own mind inside himself. In this room, you can see them all.
How?
You should be able to see your own here.
How did I walk into this?
You're the one Sean was talking about.
Sean. Yes, I remember him. Is he still a very worried sort of boy? Hey, that's my watch, isn't it?
Oh.
It seems that Sean's strong will has made it possible for me to meet you. The painting you have in your mind seems rather ugly. It has suspicious eyes, a sarcastic smile, and is holding a knife which could hurt someone. But that sort of human is not at all welcome in this mansion. It is a sort of a problem. That sort of person is not welcome in this mansion. I will, however, help you as Sean brought you here. I will repaint your minds with my brush. I'm going to turn them into beautiful minds.
What?
But you must paint your own mind all by yourself. If you don't, the paintings will soon disappear, even though I painted them. You must remember this point.
No! Oh, I guess the point is that I need to remember to paint my own mind? If I do this again, will I end up back in there? Okay. I'm gonna assume she's still in dying butterfly mode, and as such, it does not matter what I do in this room. And in fact, even if we look that way, I'm not convinced we can actually see her against her bedspread. It's obvious once you see it. Thanks. Apples. No, hold up. If I don't leave, I have to do this. Okay, so I need to repaint my own mind. I also need to find the crystal that's in me all along. I think these are compatible goals. I think. I'm kind of wondering how that works. Would it have mattered which door I went in? Try Elders one more time. I don't think it's going to do anything.
What a beautiful place. Wherever are we?
How mysterious. We are not influenced by the moon's magic powers, yet this scene which spreads itself before us is nothing but a world of fantasy. Human beings have the ability to be creative. This must be one of those miracles which they have created.
It's a miracle.
I'm delighted that at last I'm able to walk with you in this way. Please continue to carry out my will and protect the mansion.
Mike, come here. Come over here, quickly.
This really is goodbye.
Did I die? Did I win?
So this is the sanctuary.
Hunter, come out from your hiding place.
That's Raymond's voice. That's Raymond, isn't it? But what?
Ha ha ha! If you don't come out, I shall make the entire sanctuary disappear.
I'm not gonna let it happen. June, the gemstone of rebirth.
Pokeball, go!
Goodbye, Raymond. Was this really the way it was supposed to be?
That resident intended to make me a mansion disappear. I don't know how he lost his mind, but thanks to all of you, we have avoided disaster. I'm so grateful to you.
It's Hunter.
This mansion is inhabited by people who wanted to become butterflies. You may deny it, but don't forget that there are those who regard this place as a refuge. No one who has become a butterfly should ever laugh at those who remain living. Raymond must have been out of his mind to have acted as he did.
Oh, wait, he got out. It didn't work. The power of friendship wasn't enough.
Wow.
Oh.
Who are you, then?
I am Candola. I am the other part who's been separated from you. Whilst you were stupidly posing as master of the mansion, I had to put up with being treated as a freak with half a body. Just look at this ugly shape that will never reproduce. I do not have your creative powers. That's why I came here to get rid of you. You're my other self, who left me with everything you didn't want and ran away.
So, it was all your doing.
The residents I took advantage of seem to have lost their trust in me. In the depths of their consciousness, they didn't deny me totally. They were struggling to get out of the cage known as the mansion. They could see your true nature. I can just imagine why you had to separate yourself from me. You couldn't accept a conscious human being as a victim, but you're preying upon them. The thing is, human beings and us, we're incompatible. We're predators.
But it's not the act of an animal who hunts his prey, but it's only when drifters come here seeking salvation and when they choose to die rather than seek eternal life. Only then does my body fuse with theirs.
Those butterflies are also your prey, aren't they? You devour like this. Oh, you! Why have you got the crystal? You think you can beat me? I've been waiting for this day. I've been cursing my lot. If I can get rid of you, I shall be free from the spell. Nothing could be better than this.
She made of rubber?
I shall devour you.
Throw this away with everybody.
We must help June.
What?
Look at me. I'm fine now. Where's Mike?
What about Mike? Even though you knew what was going to happen, you still saved me?
I didn't mean just to save you. I did it for myself. We would have died if we hadn't saved you.
You're really not honest, are you? You were the one who wanted to save the mansion, weren't you?
Right. You're not going to kill us. I'll be the one who decides. If you're going to get me, it'll be my own decision.
I love it here. Hunter is everybody's daddy. This is my home.
You should become the elder of the mansion. You have to take on Elder's will.
That's right, June. Thank you.
June's going to be the elder? Strange. Will you be an old man?
I'm sorry, everybody. It's come to this. It's all my fault, even Elder and Mike.
Raymond!
What are you talking about? It's not your fault. Your obsession made you do it. You mustn't be too hard on yourself.
No, it was all my fault. I cannot remain in this mansion any longer.
What do you mean?
I don't seem to feel quite the same way as everyone else. In fact, for some time I've actually been thinking about leaving the mansion. This very idea may have brought about these events.
Raymond!
Surely this is a place of peace. But somehow I don't feel at ease here. Time seems to be frozen. I really find myself totally unable to fit in here in this world. I should never have come. No, I should never have come. Hunter, I will dedicate my life to you. I'm sorry, June. This is the life you saved, but this is goodbye.
Raymond?
Don't be so silly.
Are you serious? That is what I intend to do.
Are you really sure? You wanted something different, didn't you?
Raymond wants to leave. It doesn't mean he wants to die.
That's enough. I wasn't really thinking. I made the wrong decision.
Oh, fuck, my controller turned off.
Here any longer.
I'd rather die. Leave the mansion if you want to. What? But in the form of a butterfly. Your lifespan will be the same as that of a butterfly from the moment you leave the mansion. You may finish your short life without going anywhere. Do you still want to leave? If I can only get out, I don't mind having a shorter life. Now I can escape.
Good for him.
Well, let's go back to the mansion.
Yeah, I think you've summed it up well,
Let's
Desi.
get you home.
We won, but everyone feels like a loser in this ending. Also, the space rubber villain from nowhere that never had any reason to be here made me want to do the Evangelion kind of congratulations clapping. And now the plants are flying off. This isn't getting less weird, somehow. Yeah, I don't know what to even say about that ending. That ending made no fucking sense given what I did in the rest of the game. Like, I think most of this was about interpersonal matters, and then that happened. Oh, you see, because they all have tarot cards assigned to them, it makes sense. That was the entire game. Yeah, GG. The lover? That's, anyway. The hermit at least fits rather well. Is it lovers? Isn't that the card? Not the lover, it's the lovers. The magician, I buy that. Strength, you know? The strength fits well there, sure. The hanged man, yeah, okay, fine. I don't know that much about tarot cards outside of the Fool's Errand. The tower fits well. The tower is symbolic of disaster, if I'm not mistaken. One of the few things I know about tarot. The sun is Hunter, the character who's barely in this game. And Candola, the moon, who was also barely in this game. Well, is there more? Oh good, it's staff roll now. I'm fine with that. SSD did this, music SSD, sound effects Okay, at least there's some actual people involved in this. It's hard to read because it's scrolling very quickly and very jittery on my screen. There were 4 people involved in making this. If that. That might explain a few things. The end! Happy end! Yeah, okay. Story is that Ray got sick of being a butterfly ghost thing and finds some book about a moon thing in your room, and yeah, that's the entire game. Like the math maze ending more from the last game. I can't blame you for feeling that way. I think I do too. Just proves you can't follow up a masterpiece like Mansion of Hidden Souls. For 4 people, that was not bad, but definitely not good. Yeah. I wonder if it would have been better in Spanish, honestly. The fact that it got like a multinational release is, I think, the weirdest thing to me. Is that like they decided, yeah, we need to release this in all the countries. I just don't know how to think about that. But yeah, for 1995, that was not a tour de force, and that ending is still giant space flea from outer space. That it's no Super Mario 64. No, it's not. Contemporary to 1995. Though I imagine even Bubsy 3D's plot got wrapped up a little bit better than this one.